Is recording boots?
Yep. I need to raise this a little, so there.
Hello, my name is Teresita Blanco, the Artsy and today we're continuing with chapter 12 of my sweet vampire Candice. Candice left the family group to run towards the beach. There was a tiny beach close to the parade area. Near it was a marker that read 90 miles to Cuba. There was a strange creature dressed in white with long black hair standing before it. The creature seemed to be singing. When Candice drew near, she saw that the creature had no eyes or ears. The creature departed to continue its nightly song. Some of the locals used to refer to that thing as La Llorona. Anya followed after Candice, and she stopped a moment to stare at the creature passing by. Anya sighed, and she went to see what Candice was up to. Together with her grandmother, Candice sat in a chair overlooking the ocean. She was enjoying the nice breeze when a strange girl appeared before her. The girl said, "You are Candice, are you not?" "Yes, who wants to know?" said Candice. The girl introduced herself before saying, "I heard that you up and killed that old fart in Orlando. You must be pretty strong." "I was not aware that the guy you are referring to died. And if he's dead, good riddance. We left as soon as we got what we came for, because there was a hurricane. Maybe Katrina got to him," said Candice. "That's stupid. No one has ever heard of a vampire dying because of bad weather," said the girl. "Well, if Dracula rode on the Titanic, there would have been a good chance he would not have made it back to Transylvania," explained Candice. "Haha, is that your idea of a joke?" said the girl. "What do you want?" said Candice, sitting up. "Just a little skirmish, mano a mano," said the girl. "I'm a bit more of a weapon type of person," said Candice. Anya handed Candice a Glock she had pickpocketed from a guy. Candice checked the gun and it had 20 bullets. Candice aimed the gun at the girl and the bride evaded the bullets. She moved swiftly, making the gun useless. The girl started to punch Candice. Slowly, Candice was making her way towards the water. A strong wave came and the girl had to take back a few steps. Candice knew that most vampires had an allergy to salt. She also figured that the girl would be slowed down by the waves. Candice made a motion to shoot at the girl again. By now the fireworks were sounding everywhere. When the gun became useless, Candice threw it at the forehead of her opponent. The bride changed her shape and she became more elongated and thin. She grew lizard scales and a large tongue. In this new form, she had some resistance to salt, but at least the speed was no longer a problem. The creature entered the ocean and made some jabs at Candice, who swiftly swam away from her. A strong wave pushed Candice towards her opponent, who was closer to the shore. When the girl had Candice in her arms, the lizard went to claw at her arms and face. It was then when the faceless songstress came and ripped the lizard girl's head clean off. The energy vampire started grasping and gagging because she was not dead yet. The faceless songstress opened her mouth wide, and extremely sharp teeth appeared. She started eating and crunching at the bones. Her stomach slowly bulged as she ate more of the enemy vampire. Candice, a bit confused, said, "Well, thank you, ma'am." A single eye appeared on the cheek of the strange creature. The eye and mouth seemed to smile as it said, "Take care of yourself, my sweet vampire Candice." Candice went to sit beside her grandmother. Exhausted, she complained, "Send for the help." "Sorry, I fell asleep," lied Anya. "Do I know that woman?" asked Candice. "The dead one or the live one?" asked Anya. "Well, the dead one too." "Is this like going to be a problem or something?" asked Candice. "It might. Humans settle their differences through the process they call democracy. The vampires in Florida have a bit of a survival of the fittest mentality. Since you are a woman, they might keep you. Most of them are ancient beings after all. Still, the lady vampires who are trying to be taken seriously might take jabs at you from time to time. Shouldn't we be working together to improve the living conditions of all women, vampire or not?" asked Candice, shrugging her shoulders. "It is from my experience that for the most part, the female gender tends to take after the male counterpart. If a negative behavior becomes common in men, the female will try to emulate it in order to gain some equal treatment. This is just my long-winded way of saying, screw every woman that has ever lived or has ever existed," said Anya. Whenever Anya got in that type of mood, Candice knew that it was best not to continue engaging her. She would calm herself down in a bit. The following morning, Candice went with the Egyptian mummies to try a dessert restaurant called Better Than Sex. After sampling other dessert dishes and taking a few back to the hotel, Candice concluded that the food there was indeed better than sex. That's like legit a real restaurant that was in the Keys. Since the day was still young, Candice did a bit of window shopping with her two friends. All the while she told them about her nightly skirmish. Window shopping at the bistro saw Candice accidenta. So how long have you guys been married? Bro, I seen the food arrive.
Okay.
0 years, said Horsenack. I thought you would have tied the knot or something, said Candice. It wasn't like a sin back in the day, said Sidanta. You liar, barked Horsenack. Oh, but I never asked the question, but he never asked either, said Sidanta. The guy is the one who asked the question, said Candice, so you should have asked him, Sidanta. What makes you think that I'm not the guy? Asked Horsenack. I don't know, call it a hunch, said Candice, shrugging her shoulder. Changing the subject, Sidanta asked, so why are you not with Ambrose? That wasn't the food? Because of the infidelity, said Candice. He wants me to commit to him, but he's not willing to do the same. Or maybe he's just punishing me for refusing to marry him in the first time around. Why did you refuse? Asked Horsenack. I don't know, timing perhaps. We were young, like super young, 14 and 16. It seemed easier back then when you're young to fall in love and to think you have some time of the future or something. But then my father left for the war and with him all the joy in my house, said Candice. The three of them were together while looking a bit testy. Sidanta bought an ice cream for Candice, which she ate with gusto. After the short walk, Sidanta and Horsenack drove Candice back to the hotel. Candice insisted that they should hang out a bit more. The Parakeet Resort was one of the few places in Florida that didn't make a big deal about outsiders. The lot of them started lodging in one of the pools that was climatized for cold. Sidanta could not put up with cold water for more than a minute. Meanwhile, Horsenack and Candice found it rather pleasant. Candice said, you have a very high tolerance for the cold. Yes, from my previous life, said Horsenack. He added, looking quite sternly. Whenever I did not do as the priest wanted, they would put me in the court death at night to practically freeze to death. So to me, this is nothing. So how did you end up meeting Sidanta? Was he like your bodyguard or something? Asked Candice. Nah, I was stolen from the palace. Sidanta had expected a little king's ransom, but instead he got nothing. After putting 2 and 3 together, he realized that the taking of the pharaoh had been too easy. For you see, one of my mistresses had given birth to my replacement. The priest no longer needed me, and so Sidanta provided a good opportunity for the priest to get rid of me for good, explained Horsenack. I lived with a bandit for a bit, and the rest, as you say, is history. How do you become a mummy? I know the process and whatnot, but I don't get the whole animation thing or the superpower nonsense. Is it related to the Book of the Dead or something? Asked Candice. You have seen way too many movies, Candice, said Horsenack. If being in Bond was enough to give one superpowers, there would be more than just 2 fellows running about, would they not? It was more like in hair yards, except that we are chosen by Osiris. He took pity on us and our heavy heart. After serving under him for 2,000 years, we got a choice, reincarnation or resurrection. Apparently we chose the latter because of the superpowers, said Sidanta. Apparently, asked Candice. Yes, all I had to go by is what Osiris says, said Horsenack. I had no recollection of my service to Osiris and why they lasted so long. To think of it as if you close your eyes and then you open them, and a truckload of time has passed. The transition period was quite stressful, Candice. Luckily we were brought back in the 80s. Folks were nicer in the 80s. And I do dream of Osiris from time to time. But when I wake up, I forget most of the action. I remember vaguely fighting a bunch of squids and reptiles, and now it is gone again. Don't you hate it when you can't seem to remember a dream? So tell me, my little dumpling, why did your father go to war? This time it was Anya who answered. She jumped into the pool and then she said, well, since Marudo has adopted you as her son, I suppose I might as well tell you. When did that happen? Asked Horsenack, removing the pool water from his eyes. Oh yeah, the time? It is something Mother does from time to time, don't worry about it. It just means that she will feed you and pick your clothing and try to give you unsolicited advices, motherly stuff. I don't know anything about mother stuff. I was raised by different women, each one more uncaring and indifferent than the last. Do I suppose it is hard to show any love to someone you perceive as being the cause of your enslavement, said Horsana. Anya said, yes, yes, let us continue in this sad way. Ah, yes. Marlo is like getting super old and he's afraid of dying of old age, like a sick infirm or something. So he went to Germany and then to Russia to die. However, each time he got close to death, he would wooz out. At least something good came out of his misadventures. A lot of Jews and Russians owe him a lot of favors, so we at least had that going for us. Poor father, said Candice sadly. No, you must pity your mother, not your father, protested Anya. What's to become of her if he's no longer there with her? I'm not dead yet, said Marlo, sitting in a nearby chair to read a book. You will be soon enough, if you don't stop bogging everyone down with your nonsense, Marlo, protested Anya. The rest of the day continued pleasantly enough, with the sweets and pizza. Candice could not remember the last time she had been this happy. When she saw Ambrose returning with another woman, she was so pleased that she did not even care. Ever the petty child, Ambrose said to his companion, well, I'm done, goodbye. Aren't you being a bit childish, said the lady friend. I'm not the one who started this game, complained Ambrose. The lady friend sighed and she left the resort. Sure enough, the breakdown of the relationship had been mutual. It had all started when Ambrose started spending time with Candice to pursue his own other hobbies. Since Ambrose was no longer taking an interest in Candice, Candice started taking an interest in Ambrose. This naturally escalated to both starting to cheat on one another. And to save the relationship, Ambrose's last ditty effort was to ask Candice to marry him. When this failed, now they had an on-again, off-again type of codependency. Alright, bye-bye and God bless. Alright.